Hi, I'm Karen, and this is going to be 45 minutes of yoga. It's a yoga flow with some deep stretches for the hips, for the shoulders, for the hamstrings. You're going to be able to take this at your pace. So I want you to kind of get in a good frame of mind where you can be in your present moment, let go of anything that happened before class, anything that's going to happen later. Just bring yourself here, give yourself the gift of this yoga practice today. This is a Skype video that this is a Skype class that I videoed. So when I'm facing the camera, either do what you hear me say or do what you see me doing. But let's have a good yoga practice. Let's increase flexibility, balance, long, lean muscles. Here we go. All right, you guys, welcome to yoga. I'm so glad that you're here. Let's make sure that you've got a yoga strap with you. Let's see. Make sure you've got a yoga strap with you. And we are going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start in child's pose today. So we're going to go ahead and take those knees apart, big toes together. We're going to sit ourselves back, rest the forehead, and just take some nice deep breaths in and out. Let's go ahead and shift to that nose breathing. Sitting the hips back as far as your knees and hips will lift you. And just bring yourself to this present moment. Putting everything to the side that's you've done already today. Just put that to the side, and anything that you've got going on later today, let's just put that to the side for now and give ourselves these 45 minutes to practice our yoga. So you're breathing in and out through your nose. Good. On your exhale, let's go ahead and come up to those hands and knees. Let's do a few cat-cow stretches. Again, just waking up that spine. Nice, just slow and controlled. You're listening to your body the whole time. Let's go ahead and come to our plank. So your wrists are below your shoulders, abs are lifted up, and plank can either be on your knees or your toes. It's up to you. Let's hug the sides with our elbows as we come down slow. Now let's come into Sphinx first. So our elbows and forearms are on the mat. And we're just gently pulling the head up and the chest forward. We don't want to look all the way up or all the way down. That head's just a natural extension of the spine. Anytime we're doing down dog that you'd prefer to come to Sphinx, please do. So palms underneath the shoulders, you're going to gently lift up, opening up the chest. Good, let's take those knees apart. Sit back in child's pose for a breath or two. And then on an exhale, we're going to tuck those toes under and come to down dog. So let's make sure that we're not heavy into our hands, that we've shifted the weight back a little bit, lifting those hips and allowing the head and chest to just sink between your shoulders. Think about relaxing your quadriceps and your knees. Deep breaths in and out. Good. End of the exhale, we're going to go ahead and walk those feet up towards our hands. And I'm going to bring those feet about the width of the mat apart. And we're going to hold on to our elbows and just gently rock from side to side. So your whole torso is moving towards one leg and then the other. And let's come over to the left leg, nose towards that knee gently. Let's reach that left arm up, gently twist. Good. Good, let's make our way over to the right. Nose towards that knee. And then the right arm reaches up as you twist. Good, let's go ahead and walk those feet together. Let's glance up, lift the tailbone, and lunge back one foot and then the other. Abs scooped in, let's hug the sides, bring the knees down whenever you need to. Nice up dog, opening the chest, lifting the head. Now feel free to do a push-up and then come to down dog. That push-up before down dog will always be your option. You can take it or leave it. But let's take turns bending one knee and then the other, continuing to loosen up those lower legs. Now let's reach those right toes up to the ceiling. Walk those hands back. Nose towards your left knee, deep breaths. Gently swing that right leg through. Right knee's right above the ankle. Let's float that chest up. So you're going to tuck your pelvis under, leaning those arms back into your crescent lunge. Look past your fingertips and swing through. Inhale up. Your left foot can go back a little bit. Tuck the pelvis under and lean back. Palms come down. Right foot back. Abs strong, chest leading, come on down. Nice up dog. Push up if you want to, and down dog. Exhale, head and chest sink and those hips lift. As you roll to your right side plank. So your right wrist is directly under the shoulder. Modify by placing that right knee down, or you can have both legs straight. That's up to you. But let's roll that left hip open. Take some deep cleansing breaths in and out. On your exhale, bring that left palm down to the mat, right knee down, and we're going to extend that left leg out with the left wrist directly under the shoulder and right arm reaching. Let's bring that left foot in the air if you want to. Right hand reaches around to grab it. Let's take the left foot up to the ceiling as we press the top of the foot away from us. Feel free to lift that left leg up a little higher. And let's extend back out. Bringing that hand and knee down, you're going to sit your hips left. Bring your left hand on top of the right. And let's untwist. Give yourself a nice cat stretch. And then glance up to the ceiling. Let's go ahead and come to our plank. Abs strong, hug those sides, come on down. Up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Exhale, let that head and chest sink. Lift those hips and breathe. As we walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Let's glance up, lift the tailbone, and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, let's take our right arm down, keeping those feet together. Lift the left side of the rib cage away from the hip bone as those right fingertips walk down your thigh. Right hand grabs your wrist, gently pull, rest your head, half moon. Good, inhale up. Exhale a little bit deeper, pressing that left foot down. Good, now let's come up to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. And let's lower those arms down and bring that right leg back. So you're coming into warrior three. Abs are strong. You're welcome to lift the leg higher or keep it close to the mat. It's totally up to you. Now on your exhale, let's gently bring those fingertips down. You can bend your left knee when you need to, and nose towards that left knee. See if those right toes can reach up. If you want to, your left hand can hold the left ankle. It doesn't have to. Reach those right toes up as you breathe. And let's slowly bend the left knee, lunging on the right toes. And let's bring that right knee to the mat. Bringing that left foot to the left. Hands are on the inside of the foot. Let's pull those hips forward. So you want to make sure that left knee stays right above the ankle. As you start to relax the tightness in your hips, let's start to bend the elbows. Feel free to come to your forearms. You're welcome to stay in your palms as well. Remember, this is your yoga practice. You're doing what feels right for you today. Your right quadricep is sinking towards the mat. Deep breaths. On your exhale, let's come back to those palms. Left knee on the mat. And let's come back to your plank. Wrists below the shoulders. Abs lifted up. Come on down slow. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Deep breaths, weight shifted out of the heel of the hand, more towards your knuckles. Hips lift and the head sinks down. Let's reach our left toes up to the ceiling. Walk those hands back, nose towards that right knee. Take a breath. Exhale, gently swing through. That left knee is right above the ankle. Let's float the chest up. Into your crescent lunge, you're going to tuck the pelvis under, lean it back. Look past your fingertips and swing through. Inhale up. Good, that right foot goes back just a little bit, really lean back. Palms down, left foot back. Abs strong, let's hug the sides, come on down. Up dog, push up or not, and down dog. Let's let your belly expand as you inhale and deflate as you exhale. Connect to your breath. And on your exhale, let's roll to left side plank. So your left knee could be on the ground. For a modification, make sure your wrist is below your shoulders. And you're welcome to straighten both legs. It's up to you. Take some nice deep breaths in and out, opening up that right hip and shoulder. Slowly coming back to plank. Keep those abs strong. Let's come on down slowly. Up dog. Push up if you want to, and down dog. Now on your exhale, we're going to take those knees down to the mat. Left knee is down, left wrist is directly under the shoulder as that left leg extends and the right arm reaches. Deep breath, let's reach to grab that foot if you want to. You're welcome to stay extended if you prefer. So let's take that leg up to the ceiling, pressing the top of the foot away. Deep cleansing breaths. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend out. Hand and knee down. We're going to sit the hips left and left hand on top of the right. Slowly untwisting. Let's come to that plank and lift those abs. So we don't want to let the abs Sink down as we bend those elbows. Let's keep them engaged. Feel free to come to the knees when you want. Up dog. Nice push up and down dog if you want that push up. Exhale, head and chest sink, those hips lift up. As you walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Now let's glance up, lift the tailbone, reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, your left arm's gonna come down. We're gonna keep those feet together. Right side of the rib cage away from that hip bone as those left fingertips walk down. Left hand's gonna grab the wrist. Just gently pull, rest your head and half move. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale a little bit deeper, pressing your right foot down into the mat. And front of the mat, standing back bend. And as those arms come down to shoulder height, we're gonna bring our left toes behind us. Engage the abs and find a focal point as you come into warrior three. On your exhale, we're gonna bring those fingertips down towards the ground, chin in your chest. Reach those left toes up, and if you want to, your right hand can hold the ankle. That's just an option, take it or leave it. Right knee is as straight as possible, left toes really reaching. On the exhale, we're gonna bend that right knee, lunge on our left toes, and let that left knee come to the mat with the right foot to the right. Hands to the inside of the foot. Let's take that left quadricep, really sink it forward. Make sure the right knee stays above the ankle, and we're gonna bend those elbows. Come on down to the forearms if you want to. Stay on the palms if you prefer. This is your class. With each exhale, see if you can dissolve a little bit more tightness. One more deep cleansing breath here. And let's come to the palms. Let's bring that right knee behind us. Take those knees apart, big toes together. Take 2 deep breaths in and out in child's pose. Allow the middle of that chest to just surrender to the mat. Good, come on up. We're gonna come back to plank, lifting those abs up, hugging the sides as we come down. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Exhale, let the head and chest sink as those hips lift up. And let's walk or softly jump those feet to our hands. Glance up and let's reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, let's open it up in the mountain. And let's find a spot that you're gonna stare at for balance for tree pose. And we're gonna come to our right leg. Eyes are gonna stay on that one spot. So some spot that your eyes will stay and not move around. If you want to, you can lift the left foot up higher. You don't have to. Feel free to bring those branches up. Each tree is going to look a little different. Hands could be apart or together. It's totally up to you. I want you to try to spread between the rib cage and hip bone without shrugging your shoulders. On your exhale, you're going to slowly bring those hands back to the heart. And we're going to extend the left leg behind us again in warrior three. Abs are strong. On the exhale, bend that right knee and let's bring the hands down to the mat, scooting our right foot to the right for prayer twist. So if you need a modification, place the left knee down, that's fine. Left elbow comes to the outside of the thigh, palms together, right elbow pointing up. We're trying to not shrug our shoulders. That left foot can always scoot a little farther back. Deep breaths in and out, letting the rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. Working on strength, flexibility, and balance all at once. Let's bring one hand down and then the other. Place the left knee down, and let's bring that right foot towards the middle of the mat. Let's shift our weight back, and let's take that right leg straight out towards the middle. So not at an angle, but straight down the middle. And you're only coming out to where it feels safe and comfortable for you. You're welcome to walk those hands a little farther out. Bend those elbows. Allow the chest to sink towards your right thigh. Each exhale releases tightness straight down your right hamstring, and your left quadricep, that back thigh, is sinking towards the mat as well. One more inhale, exhale, as we slowly walk back. Let's go ahead and place that right knee on the mat. Let's clasp our fingertips behind our low back. Gently pull them straight. Open the chest, chin down. You can lift those hands a little bit if you want to. You can fold forward. You're welcome to release the fingertips whenever you want to. Exhale, we're going to slowly release the arms. Let them rest at our sides and take a breath. Come up to those hands and knees. Nice cat stretch. Glance up to the ceiling. And let's come to that plank. Wrists below our shoulders, abs strong. We're going to continue to flow down. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Connect back to the breath. If you've had some negative self-talk sneak in there, like I should have been able to do that, or whatever, I want you to let that go with your exhale. Praise yourself for being here today. Exhale, we're going to walk or softly jump those feet to our hands. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, we're going to open it up in the mountain. And I want you to find that spot that you're going to stare at for balance, that focal point again. And this time we're going to be on that left leg for a tree. So somewhere where those eyes are going to stay. Once you've found that focal point, you're welcome to bring the right foot up, but you don't have to. It can stay close to the ground. Let's bring those branches up. We're not going to shrug our shoulders. The hands could be apart or together. Totally up to you, but let's imagine creating space between the rib cage and the hip bone. Good, slowly bringing those hands back to the heart. And we're going to extend that right leg behind us for warrior three. Abs strong. Lift those right toes up. You're welcome to bring that leg up to hip height, so your back's like a tabletop, but that's totally up to you. Exhale, we're going to bend that left knee and lunge. We're going to bring those hands down, and we're going to walk that left foot to the left. Getting ready for prayer twist. Remember your option of resting the right knee. That would be fine. So let's take our right elbow to the outside of that left thigh. Let's press our palms together and not shrug our shoulders. Left elbow is up. Breathing nice and deep. Think about exhaling completely each and every time to release tightness and tension. On your exhale, let's take one hand down and then the other with the right knee down, and left foot's going to walk to the middle of the mat. So we're going to shift the weight back. We're going to slide the left leg straight forward. Make sure you're not going at an angle. You're welcome to take it out as far as you want. It's totally up to you. So hands could walk towards your left foot. Relax your left foot. And let's bend the elbows, sinking the chest down. Each exhale helps you to release tightness straight down the left hamstring. In fact, imagine your breath flowing up and down the back of that left leg. And your right quadricep is sinking down as well. Couple more deep cleansing breaths here. Good, let's slowly walk it back. Bring that left foot to the mat. Bring that left knee to the mat. And feel free to let those hips kind of shake from side to side. Let's go ahead and bring those palms to the mat, add strong. Bend those elbows, come all the way down to the mat, and we're gonna lie on the mat. Bring those arms straight forward. Engage our middle. Now we're gonna bring those feet up and bring those knees farther apart than your hips. Let's reach back and grab our ankles. You're just doing the best that you can. If you need to rest in child's pose, we're not going to be here long. So knees apart, you're going to take the top of your feet and press them away from you. And you're kind of rocking up and down, inhaling that little bit of a rock up. The top of your feet press away from you. Take some deep breaths in and out. Again, just doing the best that you can. Inhale, press. Exhale, let's release. Turn your head left. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Good, let's glance forward. Clasp your fingertips at your low back. Gently pull the shoulder blades down into your imaginary back pockets. If you want to lift your feet just a small amount off the mat, you can. But your head's just a natural extension of the spine, not glancing up. Inhale, shoulders down. Exhale, release everything. Let's turn right and breathe. Good, palms underneath your shoulders. Gently, let's lift into up dog, glancing up. Feel free to do a push-up if you want to, and then come to down dog. Shift the weight out of the heel of the hand, lift those hips, and allow that head to sink between your shoulders. Deep cleansing breaths. Now let's go ahead and lift your right toes up to the ceiling. And let's walk the hands back a little bit, bend your right knee, and allow it to hang to the left, opening up that right hip. Deep breaths. On your exhale, let's slide that right knee between your hands for pigeon. We're going to tuck our left toes under and walk that leg back. Open up the chest. Feel free to take that right foot closer to your left hand, but not so much that it makes you roll to your right. Let's walk down the middle of the mat. Rest your forehead. Deep breath into the tightness around your right hip joint. Exhale, just try to let it dissolve. And feel free to glance right, resting on the left side of the face. Let's let that right hand slide to our low back. And really just let those shoulders flop. Imagine all that tightness around the outside of that right hip joint dissolving. Exhale completely each and every time. Now let's go ahead and untwist. Glance forward and your left fingertips are going to walk a little farther to help that left hip bone come towards the mat. Forehead down and take a couple breaths. Slowly, let's walk it back. Open up your chest and let's slide that right knee back. You're going to come to your last plank of today. So let's take those wrists directly above or under the shoulders. Abs are strong, and let's hug the sides. Come on down. Up dog, open chest, heads lifting up. Push up if you want to, and down dog. Lift those hips, head sinks down. Shift some weight out of the heel of the hand more towards your knuckles. And let's lift those left toes up to the ceiling. Hands walk back a little bit. Let's bend that left knee and allow that left leg to hang to the right. So opening up that hip, stretching straight down the left side of the rib cage. On your exhale, let's slide that left knee between our hands for pigeon. You can tuck your right toes under and walk that leg back a little bit. We can even walk our left foot a little closer to the right hand. We're going to keep the belly button facing down and walk straight out the middle of the mat. Rest your forehead and take some breaths. Really dissolve that tightness. Make that conscious effort to let it go. Feel free to glance to the left, resting on the right side of the face. And your left hand could go to your low back. Just an option, take it or leave it. Shoulders just flop. Allow the lengthening of all the muscles that surround that left hip joint to happen. Big breath. Let's go ahead and untwist. And let's glance to the front of the mat and let our right fingertips walk a little bit farther. That right hip bone rolls to the mat. Forehead down and breathe. And let's go ahead and walk it back. Open the chest and slide that left knee underneath. Let's lie on the mat to stretch our shoulders. Let's take your left arm straight out, palm down if possible. You're going to roll yourself to the left. You're going to bend your right knee, placing the foot behind you. Right hand slides to the low back. Your left fingertips can always walk a little farther away, and your right foot can walk a little farther away as well. On your exhale, let's slowly roll to your stomach. And you're going to do the same thing to the other side. That right hand palm down, straight up from your shoulder. We're going to roll to the right. And let that left foot place behind you. Left hand slides to the low back. Your right fingertips can always walk farther away from you. That left foot can walk farther away. Please make sure your head is rested. Let that belly expand and contract. Nice deep breaths. Exhale, slowly rolling back to your stomach. Gently pressing up to hands and knees. And let's come on up to the front of the mat. Have a seat. You'll want to make sure that your yoga strap is near you so that you'll be able to use that when we're laying down. Let's come into one boat pose before we roll back to our stomach, or all the way back to the back. So shoulders down, abs strong, arms up. Feel free to lift one or both legs as long as your back's okay. Shoulders stay down, abs are engaged. Slowly come on back. Let's hug those knees into the chest, shoulders down. Glance in one direction and in the other. Straight arms between our knees, holding on to ankles or feet. Let's pull the knees down towards the sides of the rib cage, elbows press out. Rock side to side like a happy baby. Feel free to continue to do this, or first two fingers make a hook around your big toes. Press those heels away. Allow those legs to relax out. Good. As we release that, we're going to go ahead and place our right foot into the yoga strap. So go ahead and grab that yoga strap. And we're going to take that right leg out to the right first. So your left leg is flat. Right leg out to the right, and we're going to look to the left. Let's keep that left hip rolled down to the mat, not letting it lift. And gently pull right toes, aim to that wall behind you. Exhale, the right foot comes up. You move the strap towards your heel, relax your foot, and gently pull the leg towards you. You're pressing that right knee away from you. Feel that right hamstring lengthening. Then back away and move the strap towards the ball of your foot. Get a good flex. Gently pull the leg towards you. Feel free to roll that foot out or in by pulling on one side of the strap. You'll notice which one deepens your calf stretch. And let's release. Left hand holds the strap, and let's take it across the body as you glance to the right. So gently pulling, stretching straight down your right IT band. And let's bring that leg straight up. Let's place both feet in your yoga strap. And gently pull. You're welcome to lift those hips a little bit, whatever feels good for you. And then let's release and let the right leg come flat on the mat. Left hand holds that strap. You're going to take it out to the left as you glance right. We're going to keep that right hip roll down to the mat. Gently pull. Left toes aimed to that wall behind you. And then let's bring that left leg up. Let's move that strap towards your left heel. Relax that foot and just gently pull the leg towards you as you're pushing your left knee away. So let's keep that left foot relaxed for now. And then back away, let's get that left calf stretch. Move the strap towards the ball of the foot, get a nice flex, gently pull it in. Feel free to roll that foot out or in. Deepen your left calf stretch. Exhale, let's release, holding the strap with your right hand. We're going to take the leg across the body, glance left, gently pull, stretching straight down your left IT band. Each exhale, see if you want to deepen that stretch a little bit. Good, let's release that. And let's lengthen our body from fingertips to toes. See how long you can make yourself. Really reach. On the exhale, let's slide those arms down towards our sides. Rest them palms up somewhere. Eyes closed. Let your feet flop out. You've made it to your last pose, total resting pose. So let's use our breath to try to relax any tightness, to try to release any negativity that snuck in there. Whatever you don't want to take with you for the rest of your day, let's use these last precious few minutes to let it go. So let's take a nice deep breath in and pull all that breath to the very top of your head. And as you exhale, just imagine that breath rolling across your forehead, flowing across your temples, and rolling across the back of the head. Let the breath roll across your eyes and nose and cheekbones. Feel the breath flow across the back of your jaw and straight down the sides and back of your neck. Let the breath roll across the top of your shoulders, opening up your chest and allowing that upper back to release. Feel the breath flowing down your arms, rounding your elbows, straight down your forearms, to your wrists, palms and the top of your hand. Notice that breath between your fingers, all the way to your fingertips as you gently wiggle those fingers, letting stress and tension leave the body through the fingertips. Noticing the breath surrounding your rib cage, one rib at a time. Rolling from the middle of your back down to the small of your back. Across your waist and your abdominals. With a deep breath in. Exhale, let your hips and glutes just relax towards the mat. Quadriceps and hamstrings release. Knees, shins, and calves. Ankles, then notice that breath round your heels. Flow up the arch of your foot and roll across the top of your foot. Between your toes and all the way to those toe tips. Exhale, move the toes gently. Let all that stress and tension leave the body through your toe tips. Notice a nice, relaxed, calm feeling. Notice a fresh perspective on the rest of your day. Ready to take it on. So let's allow ourselves to come out of this position slow. Placing one foot on the mat as you bend the knee and then the other. Slowly rolling to one side when you're ready. Use your bottom arm as your pillow. And then gently press yourself up to a nice sitting position. With a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Surrender everything in that head to your heart. Have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thanks for coming.